Hello and welcome to my channel. This is take 2 of this video. I did like half the video and I had to stop it because my camera wasn't working. So we're going to start it again. This is, hello, welcome to the channel by the way. If you're new viewer, hello, welcome. And if you're a return viewer, welcome back. I went through this whole spiel already. I'm sorry. I'm so mad that my camera on my computer wasn't working. Anyways, this is a take video. I saw this on Jackie Reads and Writes. I will put the original creator below. I forget who it is. And it is a take. It is the Would You Rather. She did the historical mystery version. The original person did the cozy mystery version. I'm doing cozy mystery plus other mysteries. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee. Hopefully this will work. I've got my spinner wheel and let's get started. I have to plug this in because I need a charge. Okay, let's get started. So what we do is we ask questions and we spin the wheel to get 2 books titles. And those books you have to choose what you would do with the prompt. I have 25 books on here. I have The Final Gambit, In Myrtle Peril, Pink Lemonade Cake Murder, Coffee, Tea, or Murder, Pagan Rose Stir Up Trouble, Miss Morton and the English House Party Murder, Dead in Gondola, The Agathas, Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun, Charlotte Isles is Not a Detective, which I spelled wrong, Madison Avenue Shoot, A Most Agreeable Murder, The Secrets of Hartwood Hall, which I also spelled it wrong. I put H-E-A-R-T instead of H-A-R-T. Book High and Low, Lemon Curd Killer, Murder and Postscript, The Sayer's Swindle, All That Is Hidden, Pride, Prejudice, and Peril, Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers, in which I just put Vera Wong because it's a long title, An Ale of Two Cities, The Wolf Widow, Killer Cupid, Pride, Prejudice, and Poison, and the game is a footnote. So I'm going to spin the wheel twice for each question, and we'll see. You'll see what I'm doing. So all these books are books that I read this year, and we'll get started. Okay, you'll see my cord here, but let's spin. Come on. We need to turn it around. Okay. Come on, spin. Alright. There we go. Let's get to the first question is, which would you make into a movie? Which would you make into a movie? The first option is Coffee, Tea, or Murder, which is a murder She Wrote mystery by Donald Bain. Coffee, Tea, or Murder. And the next one is All That Is Hidden, which is a Molly Murphy mystery by Rhys Bowen. Well, being that Murder, She Wrote is a TV series, and there is some TV movies made out, I think Coffee, Tea, or Murder would make a wonderful movie. So I would say that. That's kind of cheating, because Murder, She Wrote is already a TV show, but I would love to see, I would love to have the original Angela Lansbury do it, but of course she passed away, rest in peace. All That Is Hidden would be a good one, too. That's a Molly Murphy mystery by Rhys Bowen, and in that, there's a lady named Molly Murphy, and in the first book, she emigrates from Ireland in the early 1900s, and she ends up marrying a guy, a police detective, and she solves murders, and it's just a wonderful series, but I think I would pick the Murder, She Wrote book. Okay. Question 2. Which would you use to build a fire? Now, this is a hard question because I enjoyed all these books on this, so this is going to be hard. So, which would you use to build a fire? This is horrible. I would never do that, first of all. Murder in Postscript. Who wrote that? I think that was written by Mary Winters, I believe. I listened to it on audio. Murder in Postscript. And I really enjoyed Murder in Postscript. It was really good. Charlotte Isles is Naughty Detective. Oh my gosh, that's another audiobook I listened to. Oh my gosh, that's a hard one. Murder in Postscript is about a woman, I forget her name, but it's about a woman who who answers letters in a newspaper in the early 1900s as kind of a Dear Miss Abby kind of thing. And she one day gets a letter from someone who says, "Would you meet me? My life is in danger." And she goes to this place to meet this woman at night, and she finds her dead. And so she finds it. She feels like she should, solve the murder and find out who killed her. My camera went off. Okay, is it back on? Why is my camera like that? It's paused. There we go. Okay, now it's working. I hope it didn't pause for you. Okay, I just had to pause it for a second. So, I'm sorry if my camera paused. I don't know what happens. It does that. So, next we have... So I never answered that. Charlotte Isles is Naughty Detective is about a woman who is in her early 20s, and she, as a kid, she was a kid detective. She solved a big mystery, and now as an adult, she's kind of lost. She doesn't know what she wants in life, but she knows she doesn't want to be a detective. And then her brother asked her to come help solve a mystery because his girlfriend is getting nasty letters threatening her. So she goes back to help him out and ends up solving a murder mystery. The sister, the girlfriend's not murdered, don't worry, but someone else is murdered and she solves a mystery. That was a hilarious book. It was written by Katie Segal, I think her name is. Don't quote me, but I think that was her name. And she read the audiobook herself, and it was hilarious. So the question was, which would you use to build a fire? I think I'd have to pick Murder in Postscript. Even though I really enjoyed it, I think I enjoyed Charlotte Isles is Not a Detective just a little bit more. Yeah, I would recommend that book. Next we have, which would you rather read in one weekend? I would like to read all of these in one weekend, so I don't know. Let's see. The first one is Dead and Gondola. This was written by, forget who wrote it. I just recently read that book too, and I don't remember who wrote it. Anne Claire, maybe? That might be it. Nope, that didn't work. Let's try it again. And Anne Claire, I think, is Anne B. Claire, Anne Claire, something like that. Next, we have Madison Avenue Shoot, which is another murder mystery. It is about murder mystery. Of course, it's a murder mystery. It's a Murder, She Wrote mystery by Donald Bain. The question is, which would you rather read in one weekend? What was the first one we picked? I forget. Dead and Gondola or Madison Avenue Shoot. I think I'd have to pick Madison Avenue Shoot because I listened to those on audio, and I just love the narrator, and I love listening to it as if it's a Murder, She Wrote book series, like a Murder, She Wrote TV show. And I just love knitting while I listen to it. It's so cozy. I love that. So I would definitely read that in one weekend. I would read it in one day. So that's the one I would pick. Alright, next question. Which setting would you rather live in? Of course, this is if I can remember where all these take place. That is the question. Alright. An Ale of Two Cities. Okay. That is written by Sarah Fox. And it is a literary pub mystery, which is just as it sounds. It's a literary pub. And the main character solves mysteries. Her name is Sadie, I think, is the main character. In Myrtle Peril, which is written by, it's a middle grade mystery. It is the Myrtle Hardcastle series, and it is written, my cortisol. It is written by Elizabeth C. Bunce. Which setting would you rather live in? I'm gonna have to say the first one, which was An Ale of Two Cities, because that's contemporary. In Myrtle Peril is in the late 1800s, I think, and although it would be interesting to live in that time period, I would rather live in contemporary, so that's it. That's my only reason. Okay, next question. Which series would you rather DNF? This is going to be a hard one. Which series would you rather DNF? Let's see. Dead and Gondola again. I don't know about that. That's one I just started. I just read the first book. I think there's only one book out. I'm not sure. I did enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars, I think, or maybe 5 stars. I buddy read it with my friend Jess. Miss Morton in the English House Parting Murder. I just put Miss Morton in the English House. It is the English House Parting Murder. I honestly forget who wrote this book, but it's a new book, and I listened to it on audio. It's another kind of old historical mystery. I really enjoyed it. What was the question again? Which series would you rather DNF? Oh my gosh, I enjoyed both of them the same. Dead and Gondola and Miss Morton in the English House Party Murder. I don't know. I think I would probably DNF the Dead and Gondola if I had a choice. I forget what the series name is, but I think I enjoyed Miss Morton and the English House Murder just a little bit more. English House Party Murder. Sorry. I'm getting all croaky. I did have this video already. I think I enjoyed Miss Morton and the English House Party Murder a little bit more than Dead and Gondola. Although I did give Dead and Gondola 5 stars, I think. I was thinking it was 4 stars, but I think I gave 5 stars. Oh my, I don't know. I listened to both on audio. Yeah, I'm just going to say I DNF Dead and Gondola. We're going to go with it. I don't know. I wouldn't DNF either of them really, but just for the sake of the question, I'll say Dead and Gondola. The next question is, which would you rather read all food? I think this is written wrong. I think it's supposed to say, which would you rather eat all the food mentioned in the book? And so, which would you rather eat all the food in the book? Mentioned in the book? In Myrtle Peril. Okay, there is some food mentioned in that. Again, that's the Myrtle Hardcastle book. Middle grade mystery. In Myrtle Peril. There was some interesting food mentioned in it, actually. This one is Pagan Rose Stir Up Trouble. Pagan Rose Stir Up Trouble is a book by Lorraine Berenson. It is a spin-off series of the Melanie Travis books by Lorraine Berenson. And this is the second book in the spin-off series. And Pagan Rose are 2 sister-in-laws, elderly people who solve murders. It is a wonderful series. It's hilarious. And then in Myrtle Peril, again, is a middle grade mystery set in the early 1900s, I believe. I think I would eat the food mentioned in Pagan Rose Stir Up Trouble because they mention eating pies, and I love pies. Yeah, so I would say that. Yeah, Pagan Rose Stir Up Trouble. Okay. Which would you take on vacation? Oh, that's going to be a hard one. I take all of them, thank you. I went on vacation recently. I took so many books. Only read one. Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. Okay, that was a hilarious book. It is written by Jesse Q. Sutano. Hilarious mystery, so good. I listened to it on audio. The audiobook was amazing. Coffee, Tea, or Murder. This, again, is a murder she wrote by Donald Bain. What was the question? Which would you take on vacation? No chance. It would always be Vera Wong. That was an amazing book, and I would definitely take that on vacation. I think it'd be a fun vacation book to read. If you haven't read it yet, I seriously 100% advise you to read it. It is hilarious, and the mystery is really good, and it's so good. So I recommend that book. Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jesse Q. Sutano. Definitely bring that on vacation. All right, 3 more questions. Which would you recommend to a new reader? Probably a new reader of murder mysteries. Which would you recommend to a new reader? Lemon Curd Killer. We haven't had that one yet. That's by Laura Childs. It is a Tea Shop Mysteries series. The newest one. One of my favorite series, actually. It used to be my favorite until the Donna Andrews one came along, which I don't have any Donna Andrews on this series, on this one. A Most Agreeable Murder. This was a new book. I forget who wrote it. I don't remember who wrote it, but it is... Oh, it's in the tip of my tongue. No, I can't remember. But it was an audiobook. It's a historical mystery. Would you recommend to a new reader? I would say The Lemon Curd Killer, because it is not a historical. And I think the historical cozy mysteries are a subgenre that only some people like. So if I was to recommend a cozy mystery to someone, it would be one that's contemporary. So I would choose Lemon Curd Killer, I think it was called, by Laura Childs. I would definitely recommend that one. And that's, again, one of my favorite series. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Next, which main character would you rather be? That is, if I remember what the main character's name is, but I don't know if I will. I'll remember that. Oh, come on. Why isn't this working? There we go. Which main character would you rather be? I wouldn't want to solve murders. There's too many situations where they're dangerous. Book High and Low, that is by my friend Jessica Barmer, and her main character is Garnet Stone. Okay. I like Garnet Stone. She works at a bookshop, which I like. She has a father who is a police officer, or used to be a detective. The Game is a Footnote. That is by Vicky Delaney. It's a Sherlock Holmes mystery series. I think I would honestly pick Book High and Low because the main character in The Game is a Footnote. I forget her name, but she is very analytical. Is that the word? Analytical? I think that's the word I'm looking for. She's very much like Sherlock Holmes, and I don't get along with Sherlock Holmes. I don't like his character, and the way he thinks, he notices everything. That would drive me nuts. And in this series, it's fun to read about, but I wouldn't want to be someone who notices every single detail. That would drive me nuts. And Garnet Stone in the Book High and Low by Jessica Barmer, I really enjoy her character. She's in the second book. The book is which is the book I'm talking about, Book High and Low. I really enjoy her character because she's starting to be more fleshed out than the first book. And I really enjoyed her because her sense of humor is coming out more in the second book. I did enjoy her in the first book, which is A Binding Chance. That is Jessica Barmer's her debut novel. So there is, her characters aren't as fleshed out to me as her second book, according to me. That's just my opinion. Although I did very much enjoy A Binding Chance. Book High and Low, to me, it's just a teensy bit better. You can see how her writing has matured. and I really enjoy the characters there, so I would rather be her. Plus, she owns a book. She doesn't own a bookstore. She works at a bookstore. She has cats. I mean, what better life is that? That would be cool. And the Sherlock Holmes mystery, the game is a footnote. She owns a bookstore, but it's all Sherlock Holmes based, and I wouldn't want that. I would want a mystery bookstore, or a bookstore like the one in the Messy Bookshop series, which is Book High and Low. Plus, I'm a messy person, so I would like a messy bookshop. So, that's it. That's the answer to that. And the last question is, which series would you rather binge? Okay. Which series would you rather binge? If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe if you enjoyed my video, and hit the bell button to get notification of when my next video is up. This is The Sayer's Swindle. This is by Victoria Abbott. And if you like the video, please give me a like, a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It does help my channel a lot. And thank you. And remember to comment, too. If you want to comment, that'd be great. The Agathas by Kathleen Glasgow. What was the question? Which series would you rather binge? Okay. The Sayer's Swindle was the other one, right? I think so. I would binge that series because I loved it and I did binge it. And that is the, what series is that? What series is it called? I can't remember what the series is called. It's The Sayer's Swindle. It is a series where the main character works, her uncles are criminals, but she wants to go straight. So she gets a job working for, a woman who collects books. It's the Book Collector Ministries or something like that. She works for a woman who collects books, Mrs. I forget her name, but she's in a wheelchair, and she's a grumpy character, but I love her, and the main character collects books for her and kind of haggles people to get good prices and stuff like that, and does all the research for it, and in return, she gets board and room at this big mansion where the book collector lives. I love this series because of all the literary puns and the things talking about books. It's wonderful. It's very bookish. I also love the uncles. Even though they're criminals, they are hilarious, and I love the main character so much. Her name is Jordan, I think, the main character. And the uncles love her so much, and she dates a policeman, which is not a spoiler. All cozies, they date the police, detective or policeman, but she dates him, and the uncles hate that because they don't like police, but they support Jordan, and it's just hilarious. I love that. I love one of the uncles in particular, Uncle Kevin. He is so oblivious, and he's hilarious. The whole series is wonderful. I love it. It is a book collector's mystery, I think is what it's called, by Victoria Abbott. The other book, The Agathas, is by Kathleen Glasgow, and this is a young adult series. The second book either just came out or will be coming out soon. And this is about a group of girls who are two girls. I got it right. Two girls who love Agatha Christie who have to solve a murder, and they become a big group of friends that help solve a murder. And it's really good. I really enjoyed it. But if I were to binge a series, being that the book collector has more books out, it has like 6 books, I don't remember, I would binge that series for sure. So that is the tag. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, again, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'm this close to 200. I'm very excited. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And it really does help my channel, so thank you very much for doing that. And then leave a comment below. Let me know, what is your what is your favorite murder mystery you've read this year so far? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask about any of these books, and I will do my best to answer them. I recommend all of them. They're wonderful. And, what else was I going to say? Anyways, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, evening, dawn, dusk, wherever you are. Have a great day. God bless you all. Bye.